What is going on, everybody? This, of course, is Mr. Tony Stark, and I'm bringing you another Season 4 Bronze build and guide for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at Fizz, who is another AP mid champion. If you did see the first one, I was looking at Ziggs, who is a ranged fighter. This one, Fizz, he's also one of my favorites. He's going to be more of a melee. So as you can tell here, his difficulty is pretty high. Once you get the hang of him, again, just like Ziggs, he can really start to snowball, and he does a ton of damage late game. Again, ability power. Does have some attack damage and some attack power as well, but he's a main ability power champ. So getting right into his abilities, his passive is called the Nimble Fighter. Basically, his dexterity allows him to move through the minions in lane. So basically, because he is a melee champ and he's a mid champ, one of the problems that he has is playing and laning against ranged people. So the fact that he can move in between his own minions allows him to stay in the grouping and kind of move in and out with ease, whereas other champions have to move around and go around the minions and the groups and stuff like that, and they can get caught a lot. So that's what his passive is. His Q, his Urchin Strike, it is it's a dash. Basically, he can dash through an enemy, or whether it's a minion or an enemy champion, and it does magic damage and applies it on the champs or minions that it hits. His W is a Seastone Trident, which is basically an ignite, as it were, for the W. So whenever you click the W and you hit an enemy, it's going to cause rending wounds, which means that based on their missing health, it's going to do more magic damage. And then his E is called the Playful Trickster. It can be used offensively and defensively. When you hit it, it hops him up into the air onto his staff, or his spear rather, and then if you hit it again, he will go down in the direction of your cursor. So you can use it to go up, and once you're up on top of the spear, he actually becomes untargetable for that brief second. So you can go up there if you're using it to escape out of a turret range or from a stun, a slow, anything like that. You can hop up on there, become untargetable, and then come crashing down. If you don't press the E again, he will actually come down on his own, and he does damage when he lands on the ground. So it's late game. It's a good minion wave clear, and it's also used if you just need to get that last bit of damage on the enemy, and you need to close the gap in between you. His ultimate is called Chum the Waters. It is this huge shark, or depending on the skin that you have, it attaches itself to the champion if you can hit him. It's a skill shot, and then the shark comes crashing up through the ground, and it does damage. It knocks everyone else aside from it. But when you actually can lock onto the champion, it actually slows them for a brief second before the shark comes up. So it's a very good initiation for team fights, as well as if the enemy's getting away, you can throw that onto him to get that last bit of damage down. Now, as far as stacking these, I always build the Q and the W. The E you don't need to build until way late. You don't need to max it out. The W is most important, again, because you are going to be dealing extra damage based on the missing health of the champion that you're striking. So as far as the combos go, whenever you're laning, you're going to want to hit the W, then the Q to dash through them, and then if they're going to return attack, you can use the E to hop up onto the spear to become untargetable, and then hop back down either towards them or away from them. That E also can get you over walls. So if you need to hop up over the wall in the river or at the top bush, anything like that, you can use that, hop that up, and then hop again. You can also hop through some of the smaller walls in the jungle, which definitely can be used as a gap closer or as an escape. So those are the overview on the abilities. Again, this is a bronze build, so this is for the guys that are struggling with farm and struggling in lane maybe, and you need a little bit more of a tactical advantage in knowing how to play the champ. So that's his abilities. We're going to move right into his runes. Again, on the AP runes, we're going to be doing 9 marks of magic penetration. We have the seals of mana regen and the glyphs of magic resist, and then 3 quints of ability power. So there's the stats for that. The Masteries, AP carry, we're going to go 21 offense, 9 utility. Again, the utility Season 4 is really big for mana regen. And then we're going to go right into the item set. So the item set for Fizz mid is going to be Adorn's Ring and 2 health pots to start. And then your first back, you should be able to pick up your boots, and then the first little bit of the Leech Bane, which is probably going to be the Blasting Wand. Hopefully by your first back, you should be able to pick up both of those at once. If not, you can start to build the Sheen. Your core build, though, is going to be the Leechbane, the Rabadons, and your Sorcerer's Shoes. You can pick up the Athene's Holy Grail as well, just like you could for in a Ziggs build, but that's going to be really situational if you need the extra magic resist. If you want to go with something that has a little bit more ability power and has an RSC, you can go with the Abyssal Scepter instead of the Unholy Grail. The Scepter allows you to reduce the magic resist of the enemies that are nearby, so that can help you out as well. Then, if you do get more gold, later in game you can get more items. You go with a Void Staff, which is more ability power, and it ignores even more magic resist. And then the Leandry's Torment, and then if you need to, Riley's. But situationally, if you need to go with a little bit more magic resist instead, if you're being poked down a lot by the person you're laning against, you can go with the Mercury Treads instead of the Sorcerer's Shoes for magic resist. And then again, you have to really kind of pay attention to what's going on the map to decide which way you want to go for your magic resist and cooldown and all that. So that's Fizz AP mid. Like I said, quick bronze build. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, leave them in the comments section below. In the future, hopefully I will be switching this, how I'm doing the builds up, maybe have a little bit of more of a demonstration for the different abilities and stuff like that. But that's a possibility. So hope you guys enjoyed.